What's good, Brick Talk? Another brick by brick for you. Um, today, today I want to talk about bearing each other's burdens. I believe this is actually in Galatians, maybe 5 or 6, the chapter. But um, we all go through something, right? We all have our challenges, or we all have the things we deal with. But there is something to be said for caring for your brother, or your sister. And of course, it's easy to get I gotta deal with this, I gotta deal with that, I got this going on. But remembering uh the importance of, bro, you okay? How you doing today? Y'all haven't heard from you in a while, man. Just checking in. Arguably, of course, you always want to make sure that you're good. Of course, you want to make sure that your cup is full and you're able to, because you can't pour from an empty vessel. But when you're full, make sure your brother is full too. You know, it says in Galatians that we should be mindful and we should share the burdens. We should share each other's burdens. And at first, when I read it, I was confused. I was like, wait, so you want me to carry somebody else's struggles? I got my own stuff to struggle through and worry about and deal with. But then as I can continue to sit and think about it, I realized like, oh, that actually makes sense because I thought about it from the other perspective of when I need someone to just ask me like, bro, are you okay? So what I'm saying is maybe we should take that responsibility, right? To not just walk around as responsible for ourselves, but also to be responsible for the people we care about and the people that we don't necessarily know fully, right? Because how have you ever been outside and someone just kind of just started talking to you and you had a fruitful conversation with that person? What if they didn't open their mouths? What if they didn't speak that day and you continued? Of course, you would have been fine, I hope, but sometimes it's those small moments, those conversations we have, those new relationships that we form that can save us, quite honestly. So I say all this to say I bring all of this up because I'm starting to realize more so the importance of tapping in and making sure that others are okay. Because again, we get so caught up in I'm struggling. I have this going on. I have whatever that I'm dealing with, but so does somebody else. And half the time is the thing that someone else is struggling with is way worse than what you're struggling with. Remember a friend of mine, Donald, on one of the episodes he was on for Brick Talk, he was saying that people have it way worse than I do. So how can I complain? That's hunted. I respect that. You know what I mean? We still do complain, of course, but it's like, how can I when even though I'm struggling for money, I can still eat. I may be struggling for money or I'm struggling with X, Y, and Z, but there's a roof over my head. And these things are so simple. It's the simple things that we always overlook. But bro, I'm blessed. This isn't me gloating because I still have, of course, I have my days and my struggles, but bro, I'm blessed that I even get the opportunity to exist and wake up and do what I do every day. So I'm thankful for that, and I'm not gonna be so in my head and so caught up in what I'm going through that I'm gonna pretend like I'm the only person that lives and deals with life. Like that's so selfish. That's so wrong, you know. So yeah, man, I'm falling in love with the idea of transparency. I'm falling in love with the idea of vulnerability. And I'm realizing that what those things mean are to connect with others. It is the connection with others that makes life even worth living. So I'm going to take the responsibility personally. And I suggest you do the same, you know, to check in and make sure that the people that I say I love actually feel that love, and they are okay, and that if they're not okay, that's okay too, because it's okay to not be okay. But at least I know that you're not okay, so I can handle that accordingly and support you as necessary because you're my brother, you're my sister, and I love you. It's mad love, you know? So yeah, man, I just think that there's a process that we all go through, and I'll no longer pretend as if I'm the only one who's going through a process. I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for always tapping in with me and Brick Talk. And shout out to Jahiva, of course, my guy. And let's work to push the envelope and make sure that the people we care about are good every day. Hope you're good. Love y'all. Peace. Talk soon.
Off season.
All men are created equal. Some just work harder during the off season.
Let's work.